Hello everyone. I just want to discuss what we're doing here, and I'm going to try to do it as fast as I can. There's a lot of information, a lot of data here to go over, but this was requested about because of my experiments, and there's issues or whatever, not really with the experiments, but with distance. And so there was Mark had asked me to do something on a football field, something the size of a football field. Well, I was a little perturbed at the moment, to be completely honest, thinking that all the videos that I was doing was pretty much honest videos with accurate information. But I totally forgot that I worked and I had access to a high school football field. So this right here is what you're going to be seeing. We're going to talk about that a little bit, but what I was going to show you is that I do have actual video footage of me walking down that football field back and forth, and I actually did another set of photos of trying to do distance between a pole at the near side of the camera and a pole at the far side of the camera. But I think the video, or what I'm going to show you with the walking is going to be a lot better, because you can actually see me. This pole, it's like a tripod. You really can't see it in the far picture, so it's just going to be really hard to see. But you'll be able to see me a lot better in the other in the one I'm going to show you. But specifically this one, you'll be able to see me, and I'll zoom in. So let's get started. So what this is a football field that's about 3 to 4 years old. So it's a very new football field. It's AstroTurf, and it's about as level as a football field I'm going to be able to have access to. So what you're seeing here initially is the photo number 1, which is me starting to walk. Again, this is just a snippet from the video, but I walked from here. And then number 2 is I am way down here. Okay, so you can kind of see me. Okay, and then I stopped, and this was my cue to know to the camera that I had stopped at that point. So I had my hand out right there. So that is the very end, and I'll show you what I actually walked. So just one sec. Okay, so this is not the football field that I walked, but this is pretty much an exact replica of how everything's set up. So I walked from the end of where the goalpost kind of starts, but where that white is. So I walked from there, and then I ended right there. So if you wanted to do a measurement, that's 100 yards, and I think each end zone is 10 yards. So that would be about 120 yards if y'all want to take measurements or keep up and take your own measurements. But yeah, so from the end to the end is what I walked in this photo that I did. Okay, so I'm trying to go through this really quick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in, and I'm going to find all of the parallel lines, and then I'm just going to make those parallel lines in this, and then show you where the vanishing point is. Okay, so I went ahead and drew some lines, and I'll kind of show you what it looks like here. So these are just the parallel lines that I was able to find. As you can see in the footage, let's kind of take these bodies out. This line, these lines, the lines that are going across this. So these are really good points, and actually this line is almost at the horizon line. So I was going to show you, here is what the horizon looks like. Let's make this a different color so we can kind of really see it. Let's do it black. Okay, so that really darkens it. So that is the horizon line, or the vanishing point of this photograph, right? And then as you can see in here, I have all of the points to make the vanishing line. So this is where all the lines converge to create the vanishing point. Okay, so let's kind of take this out and see where I'm at in the picture. Okay, so you can see me right here, And of course, this is zooming in on a photo, not zooming in on a video. You know, zooming in and zooming out. But you can see that there's definitely a change in color. Let's see if I can darken it a bit. So there's definitely a change in color between my pants, and I had some brown shoes. So this is where my shoes are. So you can definitely see, if I get in, it's going to get really pixelated here, but you can definitely see my shoes. So I was wearing a gray jacket, some pants, and some shoes. So that is all the way down there. So let's do some angular lines between when I started and when I stopped. Okay, so real quick, let me kind of get some of these things out of the way. All right, so what I did, so again, we've got our, we've got all of our angles going to a center point, right there. That is our vanishing point. This is what we would see, what our eyes would see as they're rising, right? And so what I did here is, this is the angle of my descent. So when you come here and you look, so this is from my head to my foot, and I brought it all the way down to, it's going to be hard to see this, but hold on, give me just a second. There you go. From the head to my foot here. Okay. So this is all converging at the same point. Me walking, all of the lines, parallel lines, all are converging in this area. Now this is kind of, it's not exact because I'm eyeballing it, but granted it is really close. So if you bring these back, right, here's the angular perspective. And so I am never going to go below this vanishing point, right? So I'm still walking, I'm still walking, I'm still walking, and I will eventually get to this point right here, and then going in this direction, I will continue to get all the way down to where you can't see me at all. But as per what you were asking me to do, the whole point of this whole thing was, you said that you could, let me take the sketches out and make this a little bit darker, right? Get rid of this one. You said the feet would sink. There is my shoes. There's my shoes, the brown shoes. My feet have not sank and gone anywhere. Now again, you're going to have to probably maybe get 200 yards to do that. But you know, this is the photograph as it sits right there from 140 yards away. I don't see my shoes sinking in anything. Now I'm getting older, but it never went below. So these videos that we are seeing that I believe you're referring to are videos where the camera is at a much closer angle to the ground. So this was probably about 10 inches or so, the camera lens taking the picture, and the video was about 10 inches above the ground. But you can't have the camera really right up against the bottom of the ground, because one, that's not how we see things. We see things at 5-6 feet off of the ground looking forward. I didn't have the ability to do that, but I got it close to a foot off the ground, and even with that, there's nothing is going underneath anything. So look back at those videos that you think that you're seeing feet go disappearing, and once, make sure that is an actual flat surface, and two, is the camera like literally right on the ground. And so you're going to have some issues, because the closer the camera is to the ground, the more exact that the surface has to be completely level and flat with no distortion, no hump or anything like that. The higher up you go, the more that you get away with the surface not being exactly level. But again, this is 10 or so inches off the ground, and yeah, it's It's exactly as I thought it